serving the Tri-County area, Palm Beach, Dade, and Broward counties for the last 25 years. The practice of medicine is changing dramatically. All County Healthcare, Inc. still does it the old-fashioned way, where our nurses and healthcare professionals come into your home to service your medical needs, providing you the fastest and best care possible. For more information, call 954-717-7027. And remember, Medicare home care is covered by Part A of Medicare with no out-of-pocket cost to you. It's your decision, and only your decision, on what healthcare agency you use. Call today. All County Home Health Care, Inc. at 954-717-7027. License 200999096. The opinions expressed on the following sponsored program are strictly those of the host, guests, and callers, and not necessarily those of this station, its staff, management, or sponsors. AMP2TV presents You and Your Doctor, teaching you to live a longer and healthier life. Proudly sponsored by All County Healthcare, where people are the heart of our business. All County Healthcare is a Medicare certified agency where one call will service all your home care health needs. For more information, call 954-717-7027 or visit our website, allcountyhealthcare.com. Now, let's get informed to living a longer and healthier life. Here is your host for today's show.
Hello, South Florida and beyond, and welcome to the You and Your Doctor show for Tuesday, August 25th, 2020. We're going to be joined this evening with Craig Stam. He's DPM, podiatric surgery, podiatrist with Affordable Foot and Leg Clinic in Hallandale Beach. AffordableFootandLeg.com. We'll give out the info a whole bunch of times like we always do. Dr. Stam, how are you doing this evening?
Thank you. Thank you for having me on. I'm doing good.
Great, and thank you, I always say, for joining us on this adventure of health, because we're always going to learn so much from our providers we have on the show. Let's get right into it. Let's start a little differently than we always do on the show. We never get to this, but tell us a little bit about yourself. Are you board certified? Where do you complete your education and training, and your experience here in South Florida?
Yeah, Dave, I've been board certified for over 20 years, and I've been a doctor for even longer, about 22. Also fellowship trained in acupuncture, and one of my residencies was through the Weill College of Medicine from Cornell.
Very prestigious. Cornell University, Ivy League school.
Thank you.
Yeah, that is fantastic. Let's get into the care that you provide. I know you provide a lot of different podiatric surgery and podiatry care. You're a DPM. So let's get right into one of the things that, here in South Florida, we're out and about. We're getting back to the beach and getting back out as things are opening up. Tell us a little bit about what you can do for people's toenails and toenail repair, because that is definitely something that, as we get older, something that develops.
Yeah, exactly. I want to start off, that's $1 billion a year industry, actually a multi-billion dollar a year industry. It's basically like the COVID. It's a pandemic. A lot of people have it, and it's kind of like a silent disease, and it's contagious. So I just want to start with that. It can be caused by a bunch of different things. Trauma is the most likely cause, and excessive moisture, which we actually do Botox in the office for that, and poor circulation. So basically, it's a dark, warm, and moist environment of the shoe. For that's just for the nails of the foot. So for the hand, it's different. Could be mostly trauma.
And we have a picture up on the screen. So it's that photo of, before treatment with you, and then after treatment. And the difference is just amazing. Before treatment, if you know, people listen on the radio, it's very crummy looking, very discolored, very rigid, and then after treatment with Dr. Stam for that, you know, toenail or you know, fingernail fungus, it's very, almost looks like shiny, clear, you know, almost like see-through as well. It's like it doesn't even look like the same toe. So explain that process, and we have that picture up on the screen.
Okay. Well, what we have going is we do a lot of laser repair, and we also use a lot of topical and oral medications. So the lasers focus beam of energy, and that can be actually like it's basically like an atom bomb right there on the fungus. It kills everything, viruses, you know, it can kill any kind of thing. Like I said, warts it can kill, any kind of pathogen, bacteria, anything that's in the nails. So it's pretty powerful.
So what causes nail fungus? Because we've been talking a little bit, you know, before the show, and you said basically if the nail isn't fully debrittled, and I may be pronouncing that wrong, you have to fix that, fix me on that, of the disease part. So debrittled of the disease part, the patient is wasting their time with laser treatment. Laser treatment needs to be done after debridement of the nail. All of the debridement
Right.
and lasering are done, you know, by you yourself, the doctor, Dr. Stam, not a physician assistant, not a medical assistant or a lab tech. It's Dr. Stam has all the high-powered, you know, lasers, FDA approved, and thousands of hours of experience. So, explain a little bit about that process. You know, you have to have, and correct me with that term, the nail debrittled.
Debridement. So that just means cutting of the nail, getting rid of the diseased part of the nail, because there's a lot of places that you go to, these have these lasers that they're not doing anything except lasering. You have to get rid of the diseased part of the nail, and then your treatment success goes up like tenfold. So if you just you're basically wasting your money if you don't get rid of the diseased part of the nail.
That's a great point. And again, it's Dr. Craig Stam. He's with us, podiatric surgery podiatrist, affordablefootandleg.com, 954-840-8680. Dr. Stam, another treatment you provide is called CariFlex, and we actually have that picture up on the screen for a toenail restoration system. How can it help not only fungal nails, but also nails that have been damaged? Because again, the results are amazing. I mean, you can just see the you know, the almost like a disgruntled toenail, and then a very like pretty happy toenail after your treatment.
Yeah, yeah, it's amazing. It's definitely a transformative procedure. So we have one patient that he was in his shoes all the time, and he came in with his wife, and then after basically one visit, we lasered all the nails after complete debridement, and we put the CariFlex on, and he was super happy, and he was happy with his feet. He ended up going to the beach and with sandals on. So this is somebody that was always in their shoes, ashamed of their feet, and like you said, he went to the beach and sandals for the first time in probably 20, 30 years.
That's fantastic, and that's
yeah. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was going to just say we always, you know, say on this show we have great doctors on who can help people get back to the quality of life before they had the ailment, and that's just what you did with that man. That's amazing because, you know, being happy and quality of life, there's nothing like it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a resin bonding is what happens. There's a resin that bonds to it. It's very healthy. It has an antifungal agent in it. I actually talked to the pharmacist at the CariFlex facility, and he definitely said there's definitely a antifungal property in the Cariflex. So a lot of ladies are putting fake nails on it, just making the problem worse. So they're wasting their time and money with these fake nails. So it's better to put the Cariflex on. It's only done by physicians, and the result is good. You can paint it. We have antifungal paint, so it can be painted right after. So they leave with a great looking nail, and then you combine that with the laser and even stem cells and things like that, then you can have a fully regrowing nail in a short period of time.
That's fantastic. Now, do you also treat a lot of ingrown toenails? Is that common as well?
Yeah, that's very common, very, very common. So, yeah, we treat a lot of ingrown nails. It's usually caused from shoe gear, the shoes are too tight, and excessive exercise, and long nails. If the people won't trim their nails and they get a lot of exercise, that can lead to an ingrown nail problem. So what we do at AFL, which is Affordable Foot and Leg, is that we have a permanent solution for that. So patient comes in, we get rid of the offending nail, the ingrown part of the nail, that is, and then we did laser treatment, and that kills the root of the nail. And then it's probably 90-something% rate, and they don't have to worry about it. They don't have to be slave to these spas. You have to go back every month to get their ingrown nails done, which can lead to fungus, by the way, also.
Definitely. And again, it's Dr. Craig Stam with us. He's a podiatric surgeon, podiatrist, DPM, affordablefootandleg.com, 954-840-8680. Let's kind of turn the page here. Let's talk about, you also not only provide, obviously, toenail repair, help even with fingernails, toe fungus, the ingrown toenails like we talked about, the Cariflex, all these services Dr. Stam provides, but also regenerative medicine. As a podiatrist and podiatric surgeon, what are you using regenerative medicine for, and how can it help people with certain ailments?
Yeah, it's usually broken up into two different categories. One is inflammatory joint pain, which also could be muscular or tendon pain. But any kind of pain, knee pain, ankle pain, heel pain, any kind of tendonitis, bursitis, plantar fasciitis, which is also heel pain. And the second is broken up into wound care. So we have these basically umbilical cord or amniotic products or placental products, fully screened mothers, and we use those for wound care. So it's broken up into those two different categories: inflammatory joint and also wound care.
People probably don't want to hear it, but I got, a left big toenail issue. I've had plantar fasciitis. I actually had it at the beginning of this pandemic when I felt like I was walking too much and developed it. And also I know someone who's went through wound care for a long time, and that can definitely lead to a lot of other problems. So you definitely have to have a great podiatric surgeon or podiatrist in your Rolodex, like Dr. Stam, or in your saved tabs. Again, affordablefootandleg.com. Dr. Stam, let's also talk a little bit about the other foot and leg ailments you provide treatment for, because you were telling me you provide a lot of treatment for the area from the knee down. It's not just toenails, the foot, the ankle, but tell us a little bit about that and how you can even prevent knee injuries.
Yeah, using these, I call them stem cell recruitment products, which is injectables, has saved a lot of people from very, very expensive surgery. So, and a lot of people don't want to have, big knee surgeries and things like that. Even small knee surgeries, a lot of people don't want to have any surgery. So we're able to provide a pretty much affordable injections, and that can ward off a surgery. So these are definitely regenerative products. Very, very helpful.
Yeah, we always say on this program we have great providers, great physicians on, and they always have like a toolbox with so many different, tools to provide treatment for ailments. And it sounds like you fall right into that category of amazing doctor who has a lot of different treatments for a lot of ailments that are affecting a lot of us, and going back to it, our quality of life. So I'm actually going to skip down, since we were talking a little bit about the knee and then the rest of the leg. I know you're an engineer as well, and you have some amazing orthotics that are part of your practice. So let's talk a little bit about the orthotics and that you offer. There's one on the screen right there. That's amazing. So tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, the orthotics are really good. They can relieve pain, stress. They can help foot deformities. They can readjust body alignment. They can aid in sports. With sports with speed. So speed, balance, and stability, which is real important with sports. And they can also prevent injuries too, which is super important. Like the plantar fasciitis, which is also called heel pain, for all the listeners out there.
Yeah, I didn't know that about sports. I'm over here thinking and, doing the show prep and everything about, orthotics, and thinking, I'm definitely, wear down shoes differently than other people. I definitely have a different gait or walk. And I'm thinking, definitely, would probably, talk to Dr. Stam about that. But that is a great point, is athletics as well. I never thought of that. And that's amazing. Now, do you provide... you do custom orthotics, correct? Because you have that engineering background, that engineering mind, so you're able to work with the patient's exact foot anatomy to design a custom orthotic?
Exactly. So what you're seeing on the screen there is actually as like a shock absorption kind of device there. So that can be customized. Or it can be prefabricated. So there's two different kinds there. But we can also use graphite Kevlar, which is basically bulletproof material. Like you said, carbon graphite, Kevlar. We can use cork. We can use all kinds of material to enhance the orthotic, make it customized.
That's great. Yeah, that's the Kevlar, the same Kevlar that they use in bulletproof vests. Is that the same kind of material?
Yeah, exactly. Carbon graphite is used in a lot of cars. So it's really we can pretty much do any kind of using my engineering degree. I can use any kind. Look at the biomechanics of the whole foot. I watch people walk. So we get a really great orthotic, and very low return rates on the orthotics, by the way, very low. So people are super happy. We had 90-something percentile for orthotic compliance, which is super high.
I got to tell the listeners, I got to know Dr. Stam, and I'll tell you what, he gives you a lot of education, and I really like that from a doctor, because you really learn a lot about the ailment and how he's going to treat it, and that's really important. Not only, different images, videos, he takes the time to explain it. Great office there in Hallandale Beach. It's at Affordable Foot and Leg Clinic, 2100 East Hallandale Beach Boulevard. Very convenient there in Hallandale Beach. Again, affordablefootandleg.com. Great website. Ton of information. You always hear me say that on this show. If it's a great website, I always shout it out. But definitely a ton of information. There's testimonials and reviews there. 954-840-8680 is the number. Let's talk a little bit about your office, Dr. Stam, because we are still in the COVID-19 pandemic, and you have some very unique cleaning tools in your office that I actually really haven't heard much about. You have a UV filtration system that's helping, to obviously keep patients safe from the coronavirus. You follow CDC guidelines Your staff sanitizes each exam room after every visit, obviously, and you're offering some telehealth. But tell us a little bit about this UV filtration system, because as a prospective patient, I'm definitely, I want to go to an office that invested in a UV filtration system.
Yeah, we provide everybody with gloves, and also with anybody that has a mask, or some of these masks aren't really high quality. We'll give them a high quality mask. The UV filtration system, we bought 2 brand new UV filtration systems. So that's cleaning the air. It's killing the virus as far as the scientific data goes. Any bacteria in the air. So these UV filtration systems are really good. We have them in both exam rooms, and everybody, we get tested regularly. We get tested every 2 weeks. So we actually very in the know of this. And we have very few people in the office at one time. So we schedule basically just-in-time scheduling. So the patient walks in a couple minutes early. There's almost no wait. We schedule the first patient. We can spend up to an hour with the first patient, even to do a full history. And then after that, we spend a very good quality of time with the patient. But every patient's, like I say, just in time. So we don't have a lot of people in the waiting room. We follow all CDC guidelines too.
That's great. And yeah, testing the staff, that's impressive. This UV filtration system, and providing masks, to patients if maybe they don't have a mask, or, even a mask that you or your staff deems doesn't fit right. You have the knowledge. That's amazing care. I got to say, I haven't heard that very often. So that definitely makes me want to, visit you for my foot and ankle and leg ailments, knee as well. So great info there, Dr. Stam. Let's we have a few more minutes, so let's talk a little bit about the diabetic foot. I know diabetes is definitely on the rise. Tell us a little bit about the treatment options you have available for the diabetic foot.
Well, the diabetic foot is very unique. So basically, they are what they call an insensate patient. They have hardly any sensation. Now, these are the worst diabetics. There's all different degrees of diabetes, but some have almost full sensation and some have none. So the ones that have none are very, very dangerous. They could lose their foot or toe or any kind of, lose a body part very easily. So with the functional and the custom orthotics, what we do with that is we have that so it can prevent any of these amputations from happening. So that's very important.
Well, Dr. Sam, it's hard to believe we ripped through a 30-minute show, but we'll have to have you on again. Dr. Sam's also an inventor and a former race car driver. We'll have to get that out of him next time. But I want to thank you for joining us and for this opportunity. Again, it's affordablefootandleg.com, 954-840-8680. Thank you, Dr. Stam.
Yeah, thank you very much, too. Thanks for having me on. I'm humbled to be on. I've had a lot of these injuries myself, so I can definitely help treat anybody that comes in the office. We have a full scope of practice. Anything from minimal incision surgery to cosmetics, veins, everything else. Thanks, Dave, for having me.
Thank you for letting us share with you a longer and healthier lifestyle. If you have a doctor or are a doctor and wish to be on the show, call AMP2TV at 866-244-5422, and we will put you on the air as soon as possible. Tune in next week for more information on living longer and having a healthier life.